one time I had a success was when, and you spoke about this earlier, with the sham title companies.
Mhm.
And I went to the insurance division of Minnesota, and a very different makeup there, and reported what was going on. And they took me aside and said, Doug, we're going to do this enforcement action, but you have to promise us that you will not say a word about this, because if you do, and it gets out to the real estate division, they'll shut us down. That's how bad it is.
Right.
And so we got that enforcement action done. They fined a bunch of realtors. And of course, then the real estate division leaked that it was Doug Miller that did this. And that's when I owned a title company, resulted in a huge boycott of my title company. So it's, yeah. And then the enforcement people over there were absolutely horrible. One guy went out on the road and started teaching other commerce departments, boards around the country, sort of went on a speaking tour, telling them what he had done. And it was more of a self-promotion kind of thing than anything else.
Mm.
But it did result in a lot of other states going after these organizations that were largely comprised of realtors. But the thing that you have to remember is this did not hurt the big brokers. This helped the big brokers, because the big brokers had their in-house title companies where they were using steering methods to sort of almost blackmail their agents into using their in-house title companies. And these sham title companies were taking business away from them. So that enforcement action actually benefited them. And that's probably the other reason we were so successful.
Right. And just to speed everyone up here. So what was happening was real estate agents were making an LLC title company and claiming it was their title company, but really they were funneling business to a different title company and then getting money for referring essentially to, they created a pretend company to get money, which sounds so very similar to these. I'm so mad about this. These mortgage companies that are asking real estate agents to spend 20 hours to get their loan officer license so that they can become an employee of the mortgage company and refer all their clients, and they'll get half a point or up to a point, or a percent, I'm sorry, 0.5% or more if their client closes with that specific mortgage company that they quote unquote work for.
And none of this would work if agents truly acted like agents, fiduciaries, representing their best interests above all others, their clients' interests above all others, especially their own. This is called self-dealing. When they do this, it's very illegal. It's considered the same as theft by swindle when it's done in a fiduciary relationship. Agents don't understand what this all means. They say, well, yeah, I represent my client's best interests. I say, no, you don't. All right, have you steered anybody into your in-house title company? And if they have an in-house title company, they have, most of them. And so when they do things like that, it's a breach of the fiduciary duty.